lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Where? Pussy play. Where? Carlos! Carlos! Oh my God! They cheated me! They should have been a bit!
35. A good pickup there, a 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game.
That's bull, Los. You cheating, bro. Los, that's cheating, bro. How'd you catch that? That ain't right, man. Man, that's not right. That's cheating, bro. This game is cheating for you, man.
Losing yardage. It'll be back at the
I see what Dom was talking about.
A loss of a full 3 yards.
Game, man.
Down. That loss
this
of
like
3,
playing this season shit because it gives you all this shit.
Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
You think so?
Ohio. On play action, it's Dobbs. And this is bullshit. At the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he
smack that bitch ass nigga.
Offensive player of the week, big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared
cheating,
for it
nigga, that's
after
why.
what he did the previous week, but sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he uses it to his great
you see what I'm talking about on my feet, on my top though? They got the top open, bro. I don't like that shit.
He's going to get it running right.
I know, that's what I said, bro. That's why I said, how the fuck do I change that shit?
As he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That shit,
driven it down.
Bro, I still got Sean Payton. That's why I said I still got Sean Payton.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Uh-oh.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Being chased out left.
Oh, my God! What the fuck? Man, that's cheating me, man. That's cheating,
Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
I gotta do it all out here. I'm doing it all.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Damn.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
That's why I say I don't like this shit. It's light shit, bro. In certain places,
about
I don't like
7 yards deep. Spinning away. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Things up.
Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot.
Ah! Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
There jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Man, throw the goddamn ball, man!
A Buccaneer sack.
Dominic Tyler, man.
We had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here. As pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
Shut that shit down, Low! Stick in your ass!
That takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That's going to go as a loss of 2.
You sucker!
It'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Oh.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to
damn, I seen that
yeah,
shit,
you get
too.
your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Oh, shut that shit down, Low! Your rushing is -10 out here, boy! You can't run on me, Carlos!
Of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
It's
can't run that ball on me. You gotta pass that big.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flush to his right.
Oh, good
takes
shit.
this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the
Oh, my God. Y'all
guys,
this is
back to what you talked about
man.
before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch. That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble.
Yeah, I won my motherfucking game, nigga. I think I play Nolan next. So shit, nigga, you might as well go ahead and advance that
this
shit up
is taking
there.
about 7 yards deep.
That's if Dominic already played his game and shit. I think Mike playing his now. I see on the screen.
Let's get the call. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Nigga, you have -17 rushing yards. You can't run the ball on me, nigga. Once I shot that pass, nigga, it's a wrap.
It's Breeze.
Man, see, that's bullshit. That's low. Y'all give him everything, though.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
Boy, shut up.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Cooks!
Motherfucker. Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken
sucker?
down.
Huh? Yeah, you better call a timeout, Carlos.
Yards. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively.
Let's go. Let me feel the wrath, man, nigga. Let me feel the wrath, man,
second quarter.
Shit. All y'all niggas want to fuck me. I didn't get no free agent. All y'all niggas got all these niggas.
First down is Breeze.
Throw the ball! See, that changed me! Why you do that? That changed me, man! That changed me out the game! What the fuck is this? Oh, my God!
Fumbles.
Man, That's the
and
shit,
say,
man.
geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap
Yeah,
to the
you
defense.
trash,
Not a problem at all,
man.
my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff
You
my
ain't
cap
doing
to him.
nothing, man.
Congratulations. Big time play.
Man,
Knocking it
that's
free and
stupid,
creating
man. My
something
nigga
good
gotta
for your
catch it,
team.
man. That shit done. He gon' man.
Now they'll run it over.
Yo, bitch ass, you ain't running the ball on me. Y'all see that shit say negative 10 yards. He can't run the ball on me. Throw that ball. You can't run the ball on me, nigga.
He just darted in
I
with
got
just something
goons
to run
lurking.
that appeared to be a
Pass
case
that
of
bitch.
see ball, get ball.
Shit, you sucker.
They'll run it now
Where?
out of the gun.
Oh my God, that's his best one. Oh my
He's
God.
into the end zone
Y'all
for
gave him his
Tampa
best
Bay
run of the
touchdown.
day. That's his best run of the whole game. He ain't ran the ball shit.
Now on the year.
Damn.
Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Elliott
That's the
good
best one of the
PAT.
game. Best one of the whole game.
21-0.
That's the best game of the whole game. Man.
Elliott
Best
now
one.
to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
You still got to be you still got to be Mike McGinnis. And shit, nigga, hey, you still gonna see somebody getting in the playoffs. So I mean, you ain't
comes
finna
New
just go.
Orleans. And some dangerous territory.
You
Already
ain't
down
finna- I
3
said you ain't finna
scores. A
just go
3 and out
undefeated,
here.
dog.
An
This
inability to
game
put
ain't
any
over with,
points
though.
up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard
I
against
don't give a
is
fuck what
calling
crackers
every
talking about.
play for a big shot down
That's
the field.
Brandon Cooks. I'm finna say, yeah, nigga. Yeah, Carlos. Nigga, that's Brandon Cooks. Nigga. I'm finna say, yeah, right. He can't run
A
with him.
big play that time.
Yeah, right.
Breeze hooking up with Cooks. 42 yards.
I don't give a damn.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
Oh, Eric Ebert, man. Hold on to that bitch, Eric
The collision
Ebert.
there jarred the
That's
ball
why I brought
loose
you
and
to New
brings up
Orleans
second
for.
down.
I brought you to New
Some
Orleans
of the
to make
fans here
plays
don't
out here,
seem
dog.
too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
Damn.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Let's go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
For what? I don't need to kick nobody out for what, dog?
2 minutes remain here
Ain't
in
worth
the
kicking
first
nobody
half.
out.
We're
Ah,
back to
shit.
New Orleans after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Breeze.
Ugh, Kenny Stills, motherfucker.
Stills complete.
You sucker. Hell yeah, I still got him, nigga. It's my secret weapon.
He's got his first catch here before
Yeah, hold on
halftime,
to
and
him,
it goes
nigga.
for a
Shit.
first down.
Yo, hey, I'll
That's
take
what
it.
I
I'll
believe,
take
but
him
we gotta
possession
confirm this guy's a
receiver. That's
good
what I need.
player.
Hey,
They
guys.
gotta find a way to get him more involved. Call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Oh, Kenny Stills, nigga! Let's go, Carlos, nigga! I'm a dog out here, nigga. Let's
Kenny
go!
Stills, his second
Hey,
touchdown
hey,
of the
hey, he did what he had to do.
And the Saints
You
get a
ready?
bit closer.
If we didn't give up the other shit, man, it'd be a better game, but it's all right. We know how to dig ourselves out of a hole. We've been down before. We done came back. We done
Most guys
came
throwing the
back.
football are taught never
Let's
throw
go.
it into the middle of the field on a scramble.
He thought he was finna just run off on me. Thought he
touchdown.
just
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Thought I wasn't gonna
Instinct
score.
and
Somebody
vision.
gonna hold
Sometimes
me
you
to
see people
0
who are
points.
open, you're able to
You
get
know
it
who you
to 'em.
talking
And he
to.
is out of
I don't think
bounds
nobody
here.
on here can hold me to
And
0
Tampa
points.
Bay trots out there
Look,
now.
that's a hard
No
thing to
lecture for
do.
them so far.
That's a
Looks
very,
pretty
very
good,
tough
doesn't
thing
it?
to do.
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown,
Uh-oh.
touchdown. Not sure it can be much
Let's
better
go,
than
Tim
that.
Jordan. Somebody make a play out there.
Very good about the groove that they're
Run your
in
little
this
pussy
stage of
ass
the
out
game.
of bounds. You sucker.
Yeah, he takes
You
this
can
up
get
to
that
the
little shit.
40-yard line before being called out.
He's running it
They
back.
may want to go back to that one.
Okay.
First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
What you see
Defense
out
is
there,
always
Loco?
on the goal of holding a runner under 100
Oh,
yards.
no.
He went over 150 last
Uh-oh,
week. Won
fam.
NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess
Where?
what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has.
Loco! You, oh my God, they cheat me! If that was Carlos, they would have gave it to him. If that was Gardo, they would have gave it to him. They cheated me out this game. This ain't right, man. Y'all can't keep doing me like this, man. I'm doing everything right.
From the 40.
Damn.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs.
Yeah, you better do your little pussy. Bring your little pussy ass out of bounds, nigga. You sucker. Better run out of bounds.
Yeah. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Escaping.
Fumble that ball like they did me. Fumble that ball like they did me.
Thompson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
You sucker ass nigga.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Somebody make a play. I don't care who do it. Somebody make a play. I don't care who make it. Where's it at, Los? Where?
Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw.
Los! Oh my God! Oh shit! Oh, I pulled back.
On second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Stop playing with
like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
David Irvin. Come on, fellas, make a play.
Down. A perfect
somebody got to do something out here. I don't care who do it.
15.
Somebody. Make us a play. Let's go, D. Get us a stop.
Now down.
Defense. Loso! Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Dobbs now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Dobbs is throwing.
Man, why he didn't jump?
And he's in
why you didn't jump?
For a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep.
God damn it! Damn!
Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That Brandon Cooks boy is good too.
This one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And Stills over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11. Got it. 21. Hey, two.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze.
What the fuck? Why you didn't go jump to go get that,
16 seconds now on the clock. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
12.
What you talking about?
11.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze.
Kenny Stills, lost out, you son of a bitch.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
55.
Now a
Come
signal
on,
and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Give me that! Give me that! Give me that!
He has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. He's going to get his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running.
Oh, my God. Why'd you do that? Why he cut like that, bro?
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking that time for Stills. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Boom, bitch.
Running out onto the field.
I told you not eating, dog.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside.
Ah, get out of here.
Ram his way forward.
Run game don't pop, bro.
We'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard.
Nigga, that's off that touchdown, fool.
Third down.
Shit. Nigga gonna say 21. Nigga, that's off the goddamn touchdown, motherfucker.
Here's Dobbs to throw.
Ah! Somebody pick it!
The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Got a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense,
make sure you
the way
advance
this game is going,
over.
you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
12. Got it. 11. Okay.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down.
Man, they cheat me, bro! They cheat, man. This ain't right, man. This ain't right. This ain't right, man. Man, hey. Just like what's his name was saying. Just like Don was saying when he was just playing, man, they could cheat on this season shit. This shit
to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
You got all these. That's why you like playing this shit. That's why you don't like playing the regular season shit. You can't do all this bullshit. All these quarterbacks taking off, running this shit. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Look at this bullshit. Oh my God.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions.
For what? You ain't gonna get shit?
9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just because
out on the field comes New Orleans. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can...
Man, get out of here!
Escape, and he goes down.
Don't get down some
shit.
shit.
Coordinator, and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Going deep here for
get out of here!
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Stills the intended target. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Good. Line 4, ready.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Under. Got it. 11.
Breeze now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Flex round.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
12. Got it. 12. Over.
Now Breeze got to have this one. It's complete. Stills. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From midfield, here's Breeze. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn.